Welcome everybody. It is Thursday, January the 20th, 2022. We are here live at the Zodiac Chatline. I'm your host today, and my co-host Cassie is here.
Hey.
We about to kick it off for the Aquarius season.
Yes, love it. Guys, we're shedding heavy Capricorn vibes of the past month. We're moving into some new weird shit.
Yes. If you thought you couldn't get weirder, wrong. This is the time to find the weirdness, be the weirdness.
Right. Remember all those goals you set that were very practical and serious? Fuck them. Let's just set them on fire. Who cares? It's Aquarius season. Okay. So what we're in right now, Cusp of Aquarius. Aquarius sun the sun just moved into Aquarius yesterday. Let's talk about this cusp time between Capricorn and Aquarius.
Okay. So there is always a thought that cusps don't exist. And, everything exists just in its own way. And the energy from Capricorn to Aquarius is known as the cusp of mystery and imagination. Some of amazing people that we know are born on this cusp. Rest in peace, dear Betty White. She was born on this cusp. Michelle Obama, great first lady, always and forever for Black people and everyone everywhere. And also Dolly Parton, so those are just
the
a few
goat.
to mention. What?
Baby
Still.
Spice.
Oh yes. There we
what's
go.
his ass? Guy Fieri, famous of this cusp birth. Yes. So
the mystery and imagination is mixing the very tough Saturn, hard Capricorn energy with the Aquarius, free spirit, rebellious. So that's a lot to balance in one person, but we see these people do it amazingly, and they shine so bright.
yeah, hell yeah. I just saw Dolly 2024 in the chat,
Yes,
and if that could
about
happen, truly, America would be great again.
Hello, America would be Dolly again.
Has anyone pitched this to
I don't
Dolly?
know, but we definitely, you know what? Dolly Parton, girl, it's your birthday. We love you. We will always love you. Please run for office 2024. That's all we need, girl.
You will
win.
You will win. You will be the first female
Y'all
president,
heard it
and
here
it won't
first,
be
though.
Kristi Noem.
Y'all heard it here first.
That's
Remember
right.
that. The two witches told y'all.
That's right.
Dolly gonna save us.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so amazing cusp, Capricorn and Aquarius, and astrologers differ on if cusps exist. Some astrologers are hardline and say no. The minute the sun has moved into Aquarius, all the energy is Aquarius energy. Today and I are believers in cusps. We don't think it's that hard and fast. And I draw a lot of cusp people into my life, and because I am drawn to imbalanced people. And I think there's something to it. I think there's residual energy from the last sign, and in the brand new energy of the new sign being ushered in. So
yeah, it's hard not to
this cusp.
Oh, absolutely. It's hard to just think that an energy doesn't flow that way. It can't just be yes, but I'm with you. Kudos.
Yeah.
Dolly 2024.
Right. So why do we love Aquarius season? What is great about having the sun in Aquarius?
Having the sun in Aquarius reminds us that winter is almost over. It also reminds us that our friend group and our communities are much more important to us. Because we're kind of still getting back in the groove of going back to school, but everybody's still kind of inside. It's still wintertime where Cassie and I both live, happens to be. And we like Aquarius season because it lets us be weird and rebellious and, smash everything. Patriarchy, racism, sexism, homophobia, all of it. It's just it's a chance to just get out there and be.
Aquarius is very future thinking and focused on what the highest good possible. What could this world be if we imagined it in its best form? And Capricorn is conquer the world as it is energy, and Aquarius is let's start a new world, you know? Like, why do we have to do any of this? And
Let's start a bunch of new worlds because we don't need one.
yeah. That's right. Yeah. We're in a multiverse, baby. It's Aquarius season.
That's pretty much correct. Aquarius live in the third and the fifth dimension constantly.
Okay, so let's talk about Aquarius people who have the sun in Aquarius in their chart. What makes them special? What is great about an Aquarius? Spoiler alert, everyone. Tanae is an Aquarius.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's a spoiler for everybody that doesn't know me. But yes, spoiler alert, I feel that I'm a true Aquarian. I have multiple personal placements in Aquarius. And I reside in the middle, right dead smack in the middle. I will like to say a shout out to this person because I found out today we have the same birthday. I will not say what our birthday is, but I'm just going to say shout out to Cassandra Hart. I don't see you in the chat, but I'm sure you will hear this. Birthday twin. She and I share it with a lot of other famous people, but I digress. Why do we love Aquarius? Because Aquarius is a friendly side. Aquarius is always going to look for the greater good, for the greater of humanity. They're going to be the friends that'll make sure you're okay and ride with you and just look at you and be like, it's okay, friend, I got you. Aquarius are just, they don't ever get swamped in emotion, so they are probably the most logical and rational sign to talk to. Good advice givers and yeah, pretty intelligent,
They're known for that. They're known for having a mad genius streak. All Aquarians, whether it's in a traditional book smart way or in a I'm a genius at weaving kind of way. All Aquarians have something that they're manically obsessed about learning everything of. And if they don't indulge that side, they become very restless and grouchy. They really need to have something that they can fixate on. Like all its air sign brethren, Aquarius are very into connecting with people on a logical level, on a level of intellectual exchange. That's very important to them. And they're fun. They're not emotionally expressive.
They're quite emotional though.
Yeah. I mean, deep down in there, but they get annoyed by being emotional because they want to be above the day-to-day bullshit of emotions. Like an Aquarius never wants to be mired down in somebody who's vibrating low and only wants to talk about their negative emotions. In fact, Aquarians are also known to draw into their circle influential people and people that they will connect with in projects that have higher broader reach and are interested in higher purposes. They're just not here for all of your low vibrating human bullshit. They're aliens. They're
the skin suit. I gotta put it on every day, but
right.
don't exist there.
Yeah. That's true. So what makes them challenging? They're great, obviously, for a myriad of reasons, which we've just outlined, but what makes Aquarians difficult people?
So I've heard. No. You know what? Honestly, I appreciate knowing where I am a challenge in my relationships with other people. And I try and be much self-aware. And so I've gotten better. Cassie has actually helped me. She knows it, but it's gotten better. Aquariuses are not known to be, they can get very cold. Like icy cold when their feelings are hurt, and quite detached. And if provoked, the verbal assassination that you'll be on the other end of is just not something that you really want them to do, because they will. Yeah, it's just never a good feeling. And honestly, the Aquarius probably feels bad afterwards, which, you can't. But I just think that Aquarius is, their words can cut deep.
Well, and they consider that the greatest form of torture too. To them, the worst thing you could do to them would be like verbally lacerating them and totally owning them in an argument. And so in order to get at you, that is what you are going to receive from an Aquarius. Like an Aquarius will probably never beat you with a baseball bat, but they will make you feel an inch tall if you've earned it from them.
If the library was open, the whole novel would get read. And if Aquarius does come for you with a bat, you have really crossed beyond the lines of that.
You stabbed them already. They're not really provoked to physical violence like that. Aquarius, like all fixed signs, is very stubborn. They can be very set in their ways. And even though they're super into the idea of pursuing more knowledge and learning more, and they do that, some of the other stuff, they're going to stay right where they're comfortable and not go out of that zone at all. They definitely can be perceived as cold, though I would say they're not wholly cold, you know. But they, you know, if you're somebody who needs a lot of emotional reinforcement and a lot of warm, fuzzy feelings from a friend, your Aquarius friend might not be the one you want to turn to for that. They're tricky.
I mean, this is what I will say. If the relationship between the friend is like quite close and personal, then you may get more emotional.
Yes.
But more on like an acquaintance, like friendly level, that's not the person to turn to. You are absolutely correct. And you know, we all have our strengths. That's just
and every person, as we discussed on our social media feed, is a big combo of their big three. And so that's going to determine how, they're outwardly expressed. But we're talking about, people who have a lot of Aquarius energy or a lot of air sign energy. So you're going to, that's just, they're great listeners. They are. And Aquarius, their symbol is the water bearer. They can and absolutely will. If you have a good Aquarius friend, they will let you dump on them. I've done it to Tanae a whole bunch of times, and she's so chill about it. It's great, but they can just set your emotions down. Whereas some people, maybe people with a lot of water sign placements or a lot of earth placements, take that stuff on and can't let it go, and that can actually make it more difficult to have those emotional bonds that they crave. And, air signs aren't known for craving those emotional bonds necessarily, but if they want them, people are certainly willing to give that emotional energy to an Aquarius or a Libra or a Gemini, perhaps. Okay, so
don't forget, if you do have questions, I have seen some so far, to drop them in the chat.
Thank you, Tanae.
Girl, we as a team, we gonna make it happen, girl. We good. We have our producer Coral. She is watching, and I have seen a couple questions scroll through, and she's thrown some up there. So we'll
get to them at the end of the show.
So, but in case you want
put
to,
them in there.
Yeah, we're here. We're hip it.
Yes.
That's. But I like. I do appreciate the symbol of the water bearer, because it allows the emotions and everything to be there, to still be nurtured, just not attached, and I think that learning detachment is not for everybody, but it's helpful, because it allows you to still kind of maintain your independence. And Aquarians are known to be independent. Like, they would rather be alone than be in a fucked up situation. That's just, they're the ones that are going to make up their minds because of the fixed air and say, I'm doing this, fuck what you heard, and it's a wrap, and it's done. Like, it's done. And to change an Aquarius mind, I mean, good luck. You got to have a damn good, like, something has to make it make sense. That's the only way it's going to, they're
actually
going to change
their mind.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're going to be like,
right.
like thanks for
that was cute.
Thanks for the input. Anyway, and it was like,
what else is amazing about the water bearer symbolism too, when you talk about like having the ability to be detached, the person that they're receiving those emotions symbolized by that water from is also learning the possibility of detachment. Girl, why is your shit not muted?
Dang, I did it again. Girl, because Mercury retrograde, that's
right.
why. And I was excited. You know, I was excited about this one.
I know. Yes,
Together.
Aquarius
Okay.
season. We're both
It's fine.
pumped.
This is how this one's supposed to be.
That's right. Okay. So Aquarius Associations.
Mm-hmm.
Aquarius is ruled by what planet in our solar system?
Okay. It is pronounced Uranus. Please stop saying Uranus. Like, anyway, it's pronounced Uranus. And it is definitely the planet of, it's known in mythology as the god of the sky. It is the planet of shock, rebellion, electricity, eccentricity, upheavals. It is literally tearing down, as Cassie said, the system in order to just like go toward what is the higher purpose, like you said before. It's done, even though it's an unexpected upheaval and that type of energy from Uranus, it's always done for the greater good.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's true. Their concerns are the future. Uranus's purview is what is yet to be, so it's what can we do now to ensure the best of the future.
Yeah. And it's, I meant to say this earlier, but the sun is in what they call detriment in Aquarius because its opposite is Leo, which is ruler of the sun. And so Aquarius suns, because they live in the 11th house of community based and all of that, it is very hard for them to shine individually and have the ego shine through because that's not how their sun mostly shines. It's always in groups and in communities.
Mm-hmm. That's good. We need folks like that,
Yeah.
Somebody's got to be looking out for all of us because
we
other folks are not.
All of us. Right.
Some folks are not. So what else is associated with Aquarius? We talked a little bit about the 11th house. Do you want to expand on that a little bit? Or
so, we all the houses in everybody's chart starts with 1, goes to 12. Each sign is represented by each house, and Aquarius is the 11th house of community and friendships and groups, and your peers and like outer society. And so any planet that falls in there, whether it's an Aquarius in that sign or in that house or anything, it's mostly how you make friends, how your communities look like, bonds and things like that. It's external to, it's just always big groups. That's the best way I can, yeah.
And I think this is a point where you could maybe explain a little. So as Tanae mentioned, the houses go 1 through 12, and there are also 12 signs of the zodiac. This is confusing to people because the houses aren't in your chart. The 11th house may not be ruled by Aquarius. The sign that rules the houses in your chart depends on your rising sign, where the sign was rising at the time of your birth, because then your astrological calendar, your chart, starts at that moment.
Perfect.
Instead of starting at Aries, which is where the zodiac starts. So when we talk about Aquarius is the ruler of the 11th house, what we mean is if you start the zodiac at the moment the sun goes into Aries, which is technically the start of the astrological year, then that is the way the houses are ruled traditionally. That's how the houses are mapped out. And so the first house is associated with the same stuff that Aries is associated with: the self, your sort of infancy, ego, pure ego energy, independence. And then it goes on from there. And so by the time you get almost to the end of the zodiac where Aquarius is, you're at the 11th house. And so the 11th house is associated with the same stuff Aquarius is: the needs of humanity, higher goals and ambitions, like moral goals rather than career goals. Your 10th house the associations of Capricorn. I was thinking about this too, because I think a lot about the zodiac as from birth to death,
you
know, from infancy to old age. And so Aquarius represents like that period of your life after you're retired from your job and you get, now you have like just time and money to do what the fuck you care about. And so you're like crocheting and volunteering at a soup kitchen or
starting a new nonprofit or something.
Yeah, or like getting into leather daddy play. I don't know what you wait for the end of your life to do, but like it's that type of stuff.
That's an Aquarian kink. Yeah, I'm with that.
So that's a good transition because the next thing we're going to talk about is Aquarius love matches. So Tanae and I have not previously discussed who we think the best love matches for Aquarius are. So do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Oh, I definitely want you to go first.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So my first best Aquarius love match is a bit of a shout out to our producer Coral, but also because I think it is a big fact that Sagittarius is a great love match for an Aquarius. As mutable fire energy, Sages have spark and they're very generous with their sparks of energy. You know, my husband is a Sagittarius too, and he adds a lot of fire to my sometimes stewing, you know, whatever energy. And Aquarius as a fixed sign needs a little bit of that. They need a little bit of kick every now and then to get them going. And flip side is an Aquarius is very good for a Sag because sometimes Sages don't have any direction and they need somebody who has a direction to help them move. Fire and air, I think in general, are mutually beneficial energies to have in a relationship. They kind of feed each other. Of course, it depends on exactly which fire and air signs we're talking about and at what time. But yeah, so my first pick for a good love match for an Aquarius is Sagittarius. And my second best pick is Libra. Libra is a fellow air sign. I think that air probably more than any, I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to go with my statement. More than any other element, I think air signs work together because all air signs have to connect on an intellectual level first before they connect on an emotional level, and none of the other elements do. So for an air sign, I think another air sign will fundamentally understand that aspect of them. Fire, earth, and water are all emotional, just all in different ways. I mean, fire is very much, you know, they're more actionable, but like there's emotion behind action too. You know what I mean? It's certainly not intellectual. I put it that way. And definitely not earth and definitely not water either. No. So for an Aquarius, you know, Libras are excellent companions. And Aquarius often has big ideas and dreams about what they want to do. And Libras are down to be along on that ride with them. And the Libras also are magnetic people, and Aquarians like to draw interesting and cool people to them. So a Libra can help in that regard. And Libra is a little bit more outwardly friendly and open than Aquarius and might be able to open Aquarius up to some more possibilities in the social realm. So that is my reasoning behind that.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Wait, about yours or we're just gonna go with it?
No, you go with yours and then we'll discuss.
Okay. So I stand by this. My top match for an Aquarius is another Aquarius. I find that told you, blow your mind. I find that out of most of the signs, it is probably the one sign that could date itself.
It doesn't mean it should.
Listen, Ellen and Portia, come on. Listen, Ellen and Portia.
Low-key evil, though.
Listen, I'm just giving you the options. I'm not saying that their relationship is still together, right? Shakira and her partner have been together. They have the exact same birthday. They're born 10 years apart. And Christian Rolando, the soccer player, his wife.
Ronaldo?
Oh, yep.
Is that
Sorry,
right?
guy. Yep. What she said. Him and his
Sports!
wife. Him and his wife. Home run. Okay, him and his wife are both Aquariuses as well.
Okay.
I just find that it's just when it works, and because no two Aquarians are exactly alike, and so I think that again, connecting on the intellectual level, but every bits and pieces of the chart have to work together. My second one is gonna be Capricorn. I know, look, Cassie, blowing Cassie's mind. Cassie's like, tonight, no, never. If I didn't have scientific proof to back it up, I would pick it. And I had to have multiple instances for scientific proof.
Okay, I didn't even mention my celebrity couples. I forgot that I wrote some down. So we'll go back to that. But
okay.
You go ahead. You go off.
Okay, so I'll just say, I'll say Capricorn because Aquarius's ancient ruler was Saturn, and so they tend to have some sort of common ground in that way. Also, Aquarians could use a grounding, stable person that wants to go for the ambition. And even though a Capricorn is cool, an Aquarius tends to lighten them up anyway. And it gives the Aquarian stability and the drive and ambition. And that's really like, but it's not for it's for an Aquarian that has more Saturn energy, that wants to have that drive.
Sure. I'm with that.
And my last one is going to be controversial again, but it's cool. I'm Aquarius. What do you expect? My last match for Aquarius is Leo, because of all of the sister signs. If that match works, it works and it flourishes because the fire in the air, and both have the need to have their ego stroked in different ways. And both tend to be quite generous and giving and humanitarian in their own way. And there's a lot more similarities than there are not. We have, I have one celebrity couple that's like, yeah. And then the other one, I'm like, ooh. So it's, it's toxic in one way. I've actually two good celebrity couples of that match. And then one that, when it's toxic regardless of your sign. Let's just make that clear. So,
heard.
Do you want, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think actually, I thought about Leo as a possible, certainly it's in my top 6 for Aquarius, right? As a possibility of one of the better matches. And I think it kind of worked for the same reasons that I have them working with Libra. Leos are attractive and outgoing and can connect to people in a way that really appeals to Aquarians. And, that is two very stubborn energies though. So they really do have to be aligned. And if they're aligned, then like you say, like nothing can stop them. So, okay. Aquarius and Sag, two famous examples, Jen and Brad, who were not a thing. And I think are a thing again.
I don't think so.
I don't know, but they were cute together. I'm like, okay. And Tina Turner and her second husband, and this man gave her a kidney. Like, that is love.
Her second husband is an Aquarius. He's
Erwin Bach.
And he is rich as hell.
And he's like 20 years younger than her.
He knew what he got, though. He was like, yes, Tina, I seen it. Right? Okay, I'm with that. Okay, so I would say for Aquarius, I did my 3 for Aquarius and Aquarius, so that was that. What was your next one?
Wait, what were your matches?
Was Shakira and her partner. Yeah,
that's right.
Same day.
Okay. Oh yeah. So for Aquarius and Libra, Sacha Baron Cohen and Isla Fisher.
Oh, they're
a cute match. And John and Yoko, probably the most famous Libra and Aquarius couple ever to exist.
I got one more to add for you. Tabitha Brown and her husband Chance.
Okay. All right.
But I hear you on the John and Oko. Damn.
Male Libra, female Aquarius.
See, and Oko was Uranus all the way. She was.
Oh yeah, kooky.
Yeah. And John was really pretty. He was like, look at my hair.
Yeah, so much tension related to relationships.
Oh, well. He's, male Libras That's that balance.
Yep.
Okay,
My
so that's
son.
Libra. We love him though. Listen. He don't even know. Them girls don't know. He got a squad before they can even look at him.
Anyway, moving
Okay.
on.
So for Capricorn, um my oh my gosh. Okay, so I actually know personally a male Capricorn and an Aquarius female couple.
Mhm.
And
Well, we'll
then
take your word for that. I'm just playing.
and then I do oh my God, her name. Oh, Megan the Stallion and her boyfriend
Party.
Party. Um
Okay.
dang. How come I had these in my head. Who was the third one? Oh, Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey.
Oh, okay. That's cute. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it.
So, all
Um,
that energy.
yeah. Again, any sign can do okay or good or great, perfect. Any two people can be perfect for each other with of any astrological combination, as long as their moon signs are right, baby. No, I'm just kidding. But low vibrating people also will always be low vibrating
Yeah,
together.
they
So
don't count in these best love matches. Let's just
no,
say that. We talk
right.
about high vibe. Okay, so who was your last one?
I
You
only
had
had two. I had picked Sagittarius and
and
Libra.
Libra. Okay.
Hmm. I don't
Aquarius,
know who
Leo.
would be my runner up. It was hard for me to imagine like Aquarius with certain signs. Like I was like, could Aquarius work with a Virgo? And I was like,
Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats.
could. Like, yeah, okay.
And
She's
Kelly
an
Rowland.
Aquarius.
Yes, and Kelly Rowland and her husband.
Okay, okay.
So for Leo and Aquarius, the low vibrational is Bobby and Whitney. Just gonna say it.
Oh yeah.
But the high vibe is Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher
Mm,
and Bob Marley and his wife Rita.
cute. Okay.
So,
With that. Hmm.
you gotta I would say for sure I put like no to a Gemini and a Scorpio for an Aquarius, but that's coming from an Aquarius.
I thought about Gemini and I was like, I don't think they could do it. It's just they're too far apart in sort of maturity
Yeah, I was gonna
almost.
say like the Gemini is too like far on this end of like you doing too much. And the Aquarius is
Mm,
like the old person, like you said, like if you look at the wheel as ages, the Aquarius is like, Sonny, sit down. You know what
right.
I
I can't be doing all that. I have a bad back.
mean? Right.
Okay.
We're on a higher level now.
Right, right.
All that.
So should we get to audience questions?
Oh
Because we
my
have a
gosh,
few to talk about.
absolutely. Let's do it.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Before audience questions, we still need people to come on the show on Sundays. We're going to have a
yes.
show this Sunday where we're going to dissect someone else's chart, an amazing Aquarius for Aquarius season. We're getting booked, but we got plenty of spots. Hit us up. Always send us a message. Thank you all for watching, being on our social
Following
feeds,
all of
following us
that.
on TikTok and all the places. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel so I can change the freaking
Yes.
URL.
Tell your friends, everybody. Just subscribe.
Yes.
Even if you don't watch it, subscribe.
Yeah. The first person that mentions a sign to you, just throw them our way.
Yeah.
Okay. So first question from
Yep.
Carrie Doll.
What
Husband,
up, girl?
I love the frame of this question too, because it's not a question at all, but husband is Cap, I am Aries. I don't know how we coexist.
I mean,
Neither do we. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Honestly, that feels like a difficult match. Or not difficult. Is that the word I'm looking for?
I mean, okay. So this is not an aspect of astrology that we've dived into much, but like in terms of angles, those two signs do make a square to each other. Any of the signs that are in the same modality tend to have, well,
Nothing
no,
in
not
common.
any of them, because there's opposition as well, which that's your sister sign. But the other two, so for an Aries, a Capricorn, or a Cancer is going to be tricky energy because you square off with them, and because you're both cardinal signs, it's like two people who have big plans for each other but have completely different visions of how to execute them.
Yeah.
I will say I think that match probably works better with a Capricorn male and an Aries female.
Absolutely.
Because Capricorns like to pretend they don't have feelings, but they actually have a lot of them.
Because the opposite
And
is Cancer.
right. And Aries has a lot of passion. They don't always have a lot of empathy for all of those feelings, but women do tend to be socialized to have more of that. So a female Aries is gonna have more of that compassion that you really need to be in a relationship with a moody Capricorn than a male Aries would. You know, I think the depressy kind of Eeyore energy of a Capricorn female to an Aries male just would be too much. And, you know, as especially women in heterosexual relationships, we tend to take on that role of like, you know, helping our male partners deal with their emotional stuff. So
we'll go with Cassie's answer.
But you know, again, like any two signs can work, and I think the common ground there is the ambition,
is the cardinal energy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's Saturn versus Mars basically, and it's, you know, like structure versus willpower and intense willpower. You know, like Mars is the masculine planet. Mars rules Aries and Pluto, so that like Mars don't give a fuck about what Saturn got to say. They don't. I mean, that's just how it is. So, you know, I feel that you both should find strengths in what you know works best for you, but communicate it in a way that you both feel heard and understood.
Yeah,
because you know it's working. I mean, you guys are together,
right? Yeah,
so,
yeah.
So clearly, you found something.
Right. Yeah. And you know, a good understanding of the other person's ability to communicate or their method of communicating is fundamental for the success of any relationship. And just knowing that a Capricorn is likely to stew in their stuff and wait forever to bring it out, whereas an Aries is going to tell you the minute that you have violated a boundary or done something that they don't like, and
then it's over.
And they can just as quickly like be done with it.
Yeah.
Whereas a Capricorn is going to possibly stew forever on it. So just make sure that, you know, as an Aries, you're checking in with your Capricorn partner, make sure they're not holding on to any extra shit that they shouldn't be. And
just have that empathy. I think that like you said, with that match, it goes a long way. Just having, you know, I think fire signs are passionate, and anybody who's ever encountered, dealt with, or slept with a fire sign understands what that means. And you know, it's the tendency for the fire signs to learn to control that type of passion so that nobody gets burned, including themselves.
That's true. And you know, I have never dated an Aries. I actually don't really tend to have a lot of Aries people in my circle. So Carrie, you're like one of the few. But Emily too on the chat.
Yeah.
But that would be like my two, and Maddie, I guess. Anyway,
not a lot, but three.
Right, three over my whole life. But they all fire signs have a tendency to be blunt and say what is on their mind in no uncertain terms. And with the more sensitive people in your life, the earth and water sign people, that can be a point of contention. It can be hurtful.
But that's why, you know, what's funny is that most people will say that an Aries is actually a top match for Aquarius. And
I thought about them.
I can see how that works. My godparents, I love y'all, by the way. I know you listen. She is an Aquarius and my godfather's an Aries. They've been together 40 years, give or take. And that is, like you said, that's the somebody that could take that fire, take that little blunt conversation and throw it right back in their face. Like, wait, let me make sure you heard what was said. And then
Right.
it goes, okay, I didn't mean it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, like I had said earlier, the thing about an Aries, that type of energy, is that because it's the beginning of the zodiac, it's the beginning of the fire sign, like, it's not gonna sustain. It'll burn and they'll be raging mad, and then all of a sudden you'll be like, so wait, what were you mad about again? But the other
They'll be
person,
like that. They'll be like,
yeah,
what was I? Was I
yeah,
mad about something?
and the
I
other
forgot.
person is still like smoking and on fire, and just like, what the hell? Where Aquarius is the fire extinguisher to that shit.
Right. That's
Okay.
funny.
So we got another question.
We do.
Okay.
And this one's from East River Fog,
What
another
up?
Aries.
I see y'all deep in this chat today.
Right?
Hey,
I know.
y'all early. We not even come back for Aries season. One of y'all better hit an email and let us know you're gonna be on the show.
Right. What birthdays are Aquarius again? So this kind of, we didn't really talk about this tonight, but this is a good point too, is it depends on the year you were born, because it could change between the 19th and the 20th of January. Does it ever go back as far as the 18th?
No, the 18th is like strictly Capricorn energy.
Okay.
It definitely is probably like more towards like 19 and a half, like halfway through the day. And then, but just as everything transition. So it's basically, we'll say January 20th all the way till about February 19th or 20th, give or take. Because again, you're starting to move into the Aquarius Pisces cusp. Once you get past like the 18th of February, tends to move much in towards the Pisces watery, dreamy energy.
Yeah.
But hug an Aquarius. They may let you.
Yeah. Yeah. Ask politely.
If you were friends with them, they gonna let you hug you. And if you're not don't. If they offer hugs, I'm a hugger. I usually hug people. Even with this COVID thing, I'm a little more careful. But I'm a hugger.
Elbow bump.
Yeah.
Present an Aquarius with a Sudoku puzzle. They will appreciate it. They'll enjoy that.
And they'll in turn give you a crossword.
Yeah, exactly. And that will be the start of your beautiful, mutually beneficial friendship.
Because that's what we're here for.
That's right. So should we pull a card?
Okay. So yes, and I'm sitting here like I have 2 Oracle decks because, we're going with that today. I think I'm going to go with this deck because we've talked about.
Oh, yes.
So this is going to be the Whispers of Ganesha. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the beauty of these cards, and I love the energy of the elephants.
Yes.
Ooh, so today, ladies and gents, theys and these, we have Revelation. As long as you can see the card.
Fitting for Aquarius season.
Ain't it though? Okay. All right. Get ready for key changes in your external and internal worlds. You have come to the end of a cycle, and it is time for you to create something new. Through this card, Ganesha is indicating that it is time to break down some of the structures that you have created in your world. This has the potential to feel painful and challenging if you resist the process. This revelation coming to you may relate to your ego and your illusion of separateness from others. You will develop a new perspective on things, and your revelation will help you grow stronger, wiser, and more composed. You might encounter some challenges along the way, but these are necessary for your spiritual growth and enlightenment. Honesty will bring about a positive change, even if you experience some pain and anxiety throughout the process. When you begin to reach for your goal, you will come to realize that your true security and strength lie within yourself and your relationship with the universe, and not in some false belief system or artificially created world. Be willing to reveal your truth to those around you.
Yes. That is a perfect card for Aquarius season.
What? Universe be coming through.
Live in your truth.
Listen.
Expect the unexpected. Go with those changes, painful though they may be. trust that it's all for your higher purpose.
Listen, Cassie and I have experienced some devastating life changes in some certain ways that were completely out of our control. And at the time, you know, it was, I mean, it was devastating. It crushed us. But at the end of it, we're on the other side, and we have worked through and healed some, maybe not gotten over it, but at least learned to heal through it. It has allowed us to grow, and it was for our better good in the end of it. But you don't always see it when that happens. So just be graceful and gentle with yourself, have compassion and empathy for yourself, because we all just trying, especially now. We are just trying.
You guys are doing great.
Yeah, we really are. Everybody that be hanging out with us in the chat, we love y'all. We see your comments, by the way.
Thank you. We love you.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, go to the places, do the stuff, tell your friends, tell your wife.
We here. We will see you on Sunday at 11 p.m. with our guest. Can't wait for y'all to meet her. Support. Again, if you have any questions, any comments, please come hang out with us on the Instagrams. We be doing it on there. You know, the Zodiac Chatline at gmail.com.
Tweet at us.
Let
Zodiac
us know.
Chatline. TikTok us. Zodiac Chatline.
We're just on it. We're on the platforms. Happy 1 month, right? Almost?
Yeah.
Woo-hoo. All right, y'all.
Thank you.
That's it for tonight. It's all love.
Peace. Bye.